wasn't able to work, and I ran through my money.
I became chemically addicted to drugs and alcohol, which had a profound effect on where my life was going to be heading.
It's running out of resources.
I was in a no-win situation.
I found a Timothy house, and it's been nothing but a positive experience for me.
I wouldn't trade the experience for anything.
Well, the Timothy House is a place of community where people can build trust and where people can feel safe and where people can embrace change and experience hope. Through Good Works, our vision is to believe in people even when they don't believe in themselves and to believe them back to life. Timothy House is an excellent place or an example of where that can happen through volunteers and staff and just the routines of the day, which are healthy routines. I think people really can make the kind of choices that they need to make and take advantage of the opportunities given to them to really make a life change for better. The Good Works Walk was created to facilitate an opportunity for people in and around Athens County to come together intergenerationally to learn about the situation of poverty and in particular homelessness here in rural southern Ohio. We picked the months of January or February to host the walk, in part because it is a cold and difficult time of year for people without homes. And we want to illustrate that. We have found that people are very responsive and very supportive of and participate during that time of year, and we're really grateful. So each year the walk creates different experiences for adults and children of all ages. Some are a longer distance, some are focused on just learning about the challenge that people who are without homes experience, and we want the neighborhood, the people of Athens and beyond, to better understand the complexities of someone who doesn't have a place to stay, often doesn't know where their next meal is coming from, is feeling a sense of uncertainty and insecurity. We're trying to open up the understanding of people and break some of the myths regarding why people end up being homeless, because most of the time it's not as unusual as you might think.
The reason any of us do this is for people. When a person finds themselves homeless, they're in a pretty stressful, tragic situation. We and I want to reach out and help them to have a safe setting, sane as well as safe, secure, and a peaceful place to kind of collect themselves and to regenerate their life.
It's always nice to see the people coming through and that they've learned something new and that they appreciate a little bit more what it's like to be homeless, and I think this makes a big difference.
Learned quite a bit in terms of being sheltered, mostly your whole life and in the town where you work, to see what destitute homelessness can really be, especially when you come around this area of the state.
They learned a lot. They were really surprised at how hard it really is to get to all the resources that you needed.
There's a great need in the community. There's a great need among that population for people to help. It's the only homeless shelter within the region, and so it's very important. It can only function if the community is helping to make it function.
The most important thing I want people to know about the walk is that it is primarily a community building experience, an opportunity for you to get to know your neighbors who share the same concerns as you do for people who are experiencing homelessness. It's an opportunity for adults and children of all ages to come together to experience different aspects of learning about poverty together in an effort to build a caring, if you might say, I might say heroic community here in southeastern Ohio.
My mother volunteered at a homeless shelter in Columbus, and that's what made me. So there's the ripple in the pond, you know. But my children, I hope, will say the same thing about me. They'll be doing this interview, you know, in 15 years, where they've chosen these opportunities in whatever community they find themselves in, because they'll say, my mother took me to do this. So in the same way, I would encourage my fellow community members, the same concept, that I'm doing this, and I would love to see others do it as well.